Okay, so why? Why? Why is the market doing what it's doing? The crypto markets, right? Get rid of this. Not all news comes from TechBait. I get a lot of cool news off my aggregator site, but sometimes I need to search a little more. Now this is it. If you look at CoinMarketCap here, we're still below 400 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 37%. Right now, in the 1 hour, a lot of things are green, but not everything. But if you look at just the overall prices, Bitcoin 8303, Ethereum 702. It's just lackluster, you know. Neo 61, VeChain 447. Yeah, it keeps going between here and 5, here and 5. You know, it's like back and forth, they're just bouncing back and forth. The market's just not doing much. You know, we just had this big conference, and you know, like I've said before, you're not going to get necessarily a pump during the conference, and we didn't. Hopefully, some of the relationships and you know, as a result of the conference, more good things happen, and more capital comes into the markets pretty soon. All right, but there's other stuff going on. So if you look around, what have I been saying? I've been out there the whole time. Mt. Gox. This guy's been moving stuff around, right? Now, oddly enough, from where I searched 33 minutes ago, someone put out an article. Panic over, we're back, market's finally on the climb. I don't know how you could write a headline like this other than clickbait, because we've had markets on the climb, but then they go down again, and they climb, and then they go down again. I mean, I'm not over here ready to start celebrating that markets are finally on the climb, like the permanent climb, because I don't buy it. And you've got this whole, you know, you got this whole Mt. Gox thing going on, right? So if you sort by relevance here, you see some articles from around the first half of May, around a week ago, and they talk about the Mt. Gox liquidation speculation. That alone has been killing the market lately, because people are wondering when this guy's going to do another dump, and it's just sitting there like the big, you know, that 800-pound gorilla in the room, you know, and a lot of people don't want to talk about. And then you have this Upbit investigation at the same time, right? So, you know, you go back around them, you know, May 10th or so, May 15th, and that's what you get. So I'm looking at, I thought I saw one somewhere that was a little bit more recent, but like if you sort by date, well, here in this article they talk about that. If you go to this article, this positive upbeat one from crypto, and what's it going to take me to? A goddamn token sale. I don't want this. Is this like some kind of weird ad thing? It's like, where's the article? How do you even do here? Here's the article. That's odd, right? So, oddly enough, I don't think this is related, or is it, to that Crypto Daily guy on YouTube? I wonder. But this, perhaps we're speaking too soon. I think you are. I do apologize for any false hope this may generate. No, you don't. You're doing it for clickbait. Yeah, I mean, they're looking quite healthy maybe this morning. It's laughable, right? But he talks about the Mt. Gox. All this seemed to start as a result of two big happenings. Firstly, the alleged Mt. Gox coin dump again, and the rate of South Korean cryptocurrency exchange Upbit. And you know, that's I think the Mt. Gox thing is really weighing on a lot of people, and that's weighing down the market. That's what I'm trying to say here. You can't overestimate this stuff, you know. And I've got a shirt, by the way. We've been Mt. Goxed. It's out on Amazon. I did this the first time when the whole Mt. Gox stuff came to light. I just got an idea to make that. But yeah, we've been Mt. Goxed. Even when he's not actually selling, he's hurting the market, because now people know to look for his wallets, his wallet addresses. They look to see what's happening with these funds, and all he needs to do is just move stuff around, and that alone is enough to put a damper on the market. And until this is finally resolved, until this Mt. Gox trustee is finally done, finished with his job, this is going to be the big 800-pound gorilla that's going to be weighing down the market. Okay? This is going to be that elephant in the room. So, you know, to use all these cliches. Right? So get used to it. Get used to it. Until this Mt. Gox trustee is finally done, and he's finally announces or whatever that court says, yeah, we have enough to pay off, and we're not going to be selling anymore, you know, because they have a lot of Bitcoin. And if that court says that they need to sell all of their Bitcoin, right, then we've got a little problem here, because I don't know how long it's going to take to do that and what effects it's going to have on the market. So, look, I'm not trying to create FUD. I'm just saying here that you know, we can hope the market cap goes up all we want, but it's going to be going up, it's going to be going down, it's going to be up and down. It's not going to take off. I mean, even if you have some really positive capital injection into the market, you know, the only thing I could see is that if you get some big institutional players dumping some big money into the market, they can kind of like buy up a lot of this Bitcoin that he wants to sell, and maybe they could cancel each other out. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. But this is a big thing, and until this Mt. Gox thing is finally actually resolved, this is what we're going to see. Okay? So anyway, back to the recent consensus thing. There was a Bitcoin core developer, and he was criticizing consensus. So here we go again. These guys have to, you know, prima donnas in the tech world. That's what I like to call all of these people. A Bitcoin core developer vented his ire at the Consensus 2018 event organized by Coindesk, saying that it was bashing geeks and nerds. So here we go. Thin skin. Oh, they're bashing the geeks and the nerds. They're bashing us. I mean, come on, grow up. In a lengthy number of tweets, Jonathan Corgan, a Bitcoin core developer, took aim at Coindesk's event. Blah, blah, blah. He accused Coindesk of running a club for all the popular kids to bash the geeks and nerds who develop Bitcoin. So, you know, here we go. You know, they're bashing us. My take on consensus so far, it's like all the popular kids, blockchain, are publicly bashing the geeks and nerds Bitcoin while privately trying to copy their homework. This is another Bitcoin maximalist trying to basically say that Bitcoin is the only thing. And here he goes. The amount of fluff and cargo cult engineering is astounding. Unrestrained incantation of buzzwords and feel-good hype does not a successful business plan make. And then he talks about separating clueless people and VCs from their money. Basically saying everything other than Bitcoin is a scam. Same thing Vays says, the same thing Jimmy Song is kind of saying a lot of times. Blockchain, not Bitcoin companies with a variety of motivations. I understand the blockchain, not Bitcoin thing is annoying. But these guys don't like anything that's not Bitcoin. Talks about the ledger. You know, I mean, I don't know. These guys totally write off smart contracts, decentralized apps. To my knowledge, Bitcoin never had that. Ethereum is they like to bash Ethereum and call Ethereum a platform for ICO scams and stuff. Vays likes to come out and say Ethereum should have been, outlawed by the SEC, stuff like that. But yeah, Ethereum was the one that came out with this new use case, this new platform, so to speak. It's a new capability using a blockchain. That Bitcoin's just a payment medium, really. I'm not saying Bitcoin is very important, but to write everything off the way these guys do is just, I don't understand it from just a technologist point of view. You don't even need to be a programmer. From a technologist point of view, how anybody could look at something like Ethereum and just write it off is just mind-boggling. Most of these blockchain, not Bitcoin companies, would go bankrupt. Well, that's possible in the next 5 years. Sure. And it's true. I was talking to a software architect who I know, and he was basically saying, blockchain's been around a while. What's so special about blockchain? It's just a database. It's a decentralized distributed database. It's actually very slow for a lot of stuff. That's true. You have to weigh out you have to know your application and your use case to see whether or not blockchain is feasible for it. A regular database might be more appropriate. And then you've got the differences between, like, say, SQL type databases versus, other types of databases, like, say, MongoDB, something like that, a document database. But, blockchain is a completely, it's a different animal. And it may not fit every schema. So yeah, I understand that. They talk about stuff here. So there's a pretty good little article. There's no comments. I saw this yesterday, and I've been waiting to see if any comments come in from the Nerd Brigade, and nothing on this article. So they also talk about how Vitalik Buterin, one of the co-creators of Ethereum, also spoke out against Coindesk for its reporting policies for the conference, which he said are designed to trap you with gotchas. I don't know. Nerds and geeks and nerds, prima donnas, whatever you want to call them. So, remember, people, Mt. Gox is out there, and until this thing gets finally resolved, it's going to weigh down the market. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know what they can possibly do, what these market makers, these finance people, the people with the big money to come in. I don't know how much big money needs to come into this market cap to offset the Mt. Gox thing. I don't know. Or even if it can. Big money comes in and the market starts, skyrocketing. And then all of a sudden, Kobayashe decides to dump more Bitcoin, and a lot of it. What happens? Does it automatically have a crash? I don't know. It's very possible. So until Kobayashe is through, finito, I don't know how optimistic you can get about the market. I just don't know. Any comments, please talk below. If you have something real to add other than a spam comment. I'd appreciate your input. So please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification. I'd appreciate it very much. And yeah, look, I'm a YouTuber here. I don't have all the answers. This is just how I see things, right? And I've been in the technology industry over 20 years, long before this Bitcoin stuff came up, or this blockchain stuff. I've worked for enterprise software companies. I've worked on the software side as well as the IT side, and back again. So this stuff naturally interests me. And I do have a certain perspective from working in the tech industry. And I'm usually pretty good at spotting promising technologies, sometimes before the curve, sometimes not. Like in the case of Bitcoin, I was not one of the early adopters. I missed some of the use case of this. But I also had a lot of personal challenges at that time that were distracting me. But I saw the Linux thing before it happened. So, you know, I'm definitely interested in this stuff, and I have a perspective. You know, I'm experienced, I'm older, I'm not, you know, no offense against college kids, but I'm not some college kid with no life experience yet, right? Or industry experience. And I really see this as changing, a game changer for a lot of businesses, especially VeChain. I'm really bullish on this VeChain idea. I love VeChain. Absolutely love it. Love the idea. But, you know, until this stuff here stops torpedoing the market, I'm not sure how promising from an investment standpoint all of this stuff can be. I've even seen one financial YouTuber who was really into this just basically give up on his channel because after all these market crashes, he doesn't think it's coming back. I mean, he emailed me and said, I don't think it's coming back the way it was back in December and January. And I hope he's wrong. I hope he's wrong. But until this Mt. Gox thing is resolved, I don't think we're going to see the kind of mooning that a lot of us want to see. I just don't see it. Kobayashe needs to be finished with this stuff once and for all. And I don't know if there's someone out there influential who could kind of like, you know, kind of talk to him or force them, or somebody over there in Japan, to just get on with it. Find a decent way to liquidate this Bitcoin and be done with it, and get this stupid thing, this weight off of the market. You know, and until that happens, I don't really know what to tell you. But we'll keep looking at the news and reporting the news. And by the way, just to remind you, I also had it in my yesterday's video. Please go back and look at my video. I don't have too many views on yesterday's video, and I touched on a lot of things. An HTC blockchain phone, TUSD, the other Tether type coin, is coming out on Binance, actually, and I thought it was out already. It's coming out tomorrow, but it was trading up past $1. I guess from people who are you're able to transfer, if you already have TUSD on like Bittrex or somewhere, you can transfer it into Binance. And somehow, I don't know, the price was going up. Right now, you can't look it up on Binance, so I'm not sure how that works. But it becomes available for purchase on the 18th, which would be tomorrow. And so that's a big thing. They're not just going to have Tether anymore on Binance. They're going to have TUSD, which is another dollar-pegged coin. And then Circle. Circle's coming out with another one, USDC, soon, which is another Tether type of coin. So Tether's going to have some competitors in the stable coin market pretty soon. And then there's even other stable coins out there, like, I forget, there's some Middle Eastern, Dubai or Abu Dhabi based oil thing that's going to have like stable coins based on various fiat currencies, but I'm not sure if they're out yet. I don't see them anywhere. So, but the stable coin market does need competition. Actually, Crypto Daily was talking about how you need a decentralized stable coin that's above suspicion and corruption. But for now, this is what we have. So that was interesting. So I mentioned a few of those in yesterday's video. Don't have too many views on that video for some reason. And also, I'm now at the bottom of my crypto feeds. I'm also syndicating Altcoin Buzz, which is another YouTube outfit, and they have a website with stuff. It doesn't update that often, by the way. This feed has not changed since yesterday. So I'm going to check that feed and make sure it's working right. But it's a pretty good extra resource. So anyway, I got to run. It's getting late. Got to get my commute to New York City going. Thanks for watching.